Hi, everyone. Welcome to Soul Connections. I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbe, here at the Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom. Thank you for joining us. Soul Connections is all about connecting to our soul's essence, to what our higher self and our soul wants to express, and how we can shift and change so that we are more heart centered as we live our lives. And we do that through a healing meditation, calling in our spiritual teams, reconnecting with that essence that is who we truly are. And then we welcome in some insight through some readings. And tonight, the cards that I'll be using after the meditation are Beyond Lemuria, and it's by Izzy Ivy. These are new ones for me to use on the show, so we'll see what the energy of that is today. But it has a very playful feel. My inner child was excited for it, and with the holiday, coming up, lots of times it's all about fun and family and barbecues and summer and just really stepping into a playful attitude. And we're also moving toward a new moon, which is allowing this week to be concluding some things that were going on for the past month and allowing us some space for new things to happen. So it's all very exciting, and I can't wait to share it with you. Um, I wanted to do a quick update before we start that we will be off on the 15th of July. Had to write it down. I'll be away, so we will not have the show then. And then when we return the following week, we will be starting on Tuesday. So we have a new date and time. We'll be here Tuesday the 23rd at 7 p.m. and we'll be doing it every Tuesday from there on. It aligns better with my schedule and definitely with the energy that's coming in, giving people a little break on Monday and then inspiring on Tuesday. So I look forward to seeing that and doing that with you. So I will announce it again and again so we won't miss out. So thank you for joining us. All right, we're going to start getting ready for our meditation. So just get yourself nice and comfy. Make sure that your hands and your feet are uncrossed so that your circuits are wide open to receive the divine energy to flow to you and through you for that beautiful soul connection. And we're going to start by setting sacred space. And to do that, I welcome in our spiritual teams, our angels, our guides, our ancestors, the divine, all divine energy and beings of the highest, fullest, and brightest vibration available to us. And we ask that they surround and protect us in a bubble of infinite love and infinite light. And maybe you can extend that bubble to also include the room that you're in, or the space, the building. And we invite in the energy of the crystalline healing to activate our healing temple for this journey. And in the crystalline energy, as always, the healing and the messages are for the good of all and harm to none. And we're going to start by connecting to our heart chakra, or our heart, noticing the beating and the air that is going in and out of your lungs, the oxygen and the blood circulating through your entire system, that magical essence, that spark of who you truly are. We're going to invite your body to relax, allowing the stress and the tension to dissolve from your muscles, from your bones, from your emotions, and even from your spirit. Allowing with each breath, feeling more centered and more in the present moment, letting today's worries slide away, knowing that they will be there if we need them. And we're going to ask our heart chakra to be the grounding bridge for our energy system, to help us ground deep within Grandmother Earth, as well as grounding deep within the divine and the root of our soul. And we ask that that bridge be connected to our Earth Star chakra beneath our feet, beneath the ground, that plugs directly into the divine feminine energy flow that Grandmother Earth cradles and holds for us. And we also ask that we ground into our star chakra, our soul chakra, above our heads, connecting into the root of our higher self, into the connector of all that is. And as we ground above and below, beginning with our crown chakra and allowing the energy to balance and expand our connection, reawakening and reimagining our divine self, our divine spirit, and balancing and centering our third eye, bringing balance to the wisdom of our intuition and our senses, and the logic of lessons learned in this and many other lifetimes, allowing our perception to expand and allow in more information to help guide us and lead us on our soul's journey. And moving into our throat, asking that our throat be balanced. Balanced so that we can express who we are in each moment. We can express ourselves creatively in all manners and ways. To release any words that were said unkindly to us or through us. To release any words that went unspoken. And to release any tension that we're holding in our jaw or the back of our neck from trying to hold tightly the energy flow of our beautiful throat. And balancing and grounding our heart, our physical heart, our heart chakra, and even our transcendental heart. And breathing in the life force energy of love and support from the divine feminine and the divine masculine, swirling together to allow us to feel fully centered, and to allow the innermost child to feel safe, loved, and protected. And connecting to our inner wise one, that sage of knowledge, to help us guide ourselves and others along our journey, and to also activate our inner warrior, that part of us that is willing to fight for what is our truth, our purpose, our passion, in the light and the truth of who we truly are. And moving into our solar plexus and our third chakra, balancing our sense of self, releasing any tension, anxiety, frustration, any depression, or any anger that may be stirring in your belly, and dissolving any resistance to being you, fully empowered, shining your beautiful light, allowing that to dissolve even just for a moment, welcoming in the divine energy to bring balance to our self esteem and our self confidence, and especially our self worth. Restoring the value of who we are in our own mind's eye. And moving into the second chakra, just below the navel, bringing balance to our creativity and our emotions, the ebb and flow of our lives, the cleansing energy of water, and the juiciness of the creative flow that lives within each one of us. And releasing any energy caught in our lower back from feeling unsupported or unable to take action in our creative endeavors, and opening up the circuits for manifesting and allowing what we truly desire to come to us and enter our realm quickly and easily. And then grounding all the energy in our root chakra beneath our tailbone, reminding us of our safety and our security here on this beautiful planet of Earth, supported fully by Gaia and Grandmother Earth, anchoring in all of our divine nature into this present moment, and just being with that beautiful rainbow of light that runs through our center. Knowing that we are all that is, we are connected, to the life force energy, and it fills us when we feel depleted. And now inviting that energy to move outwards through our auric layers, through our physical bodies, supporting all of our organs, including our skin, supporting our bones, supporting our emotions and our thoughts, supporting the balance in our lives, supporting our unique connection to spirit, however that may look for you. And even out through our past lives, our future lives, and through the generations of our families, sending the reconnective energy, the balanced healing, and the wisdom that comes with that. And taking a moment to connect more deeply with our spiritual team and asking them to come close. They are always with us, but sometimes we are unaware. And you may sense them or feel them, or sense a change in light, density, noise, or you just may feel a deep knowing of their presence. And even if you do not, know that this is true. And we can take a moment to invite in any wisdom, any guidance through thoughts or vision, color, messages. Welcoming the words of wisdom and inspiration to guide us through this new week, through this new part of our life's adventure. And we ask that the healing energy move down through our body, releasing any more places where there is tension, discomfort, distress, any tightness, any wobbly feeling, flushing out any non moving energy that has been impacting us, lovingly releasing it into the earth to be composted by Grandmother Earth, cleansed and purified into pure creation energy once more. And we invite our spiritual teams to connect with my spiritual team if you are searching for a message. Gathering together in community for the whole group, live or later. And taking a moment of extreme gratitude for the heart connection that we all experience, by being reconnected to who we truly are. We're going to gently begin to dissolve our meditation and come back into the present moment, feeling our connection to the chair or the floor or the bed that we may be connected to. Feeling the pressure of gravity pressing down, reminding us of our physicalness. Maybe noticing the air around us or smells from food cooking. Maybe hearing different noises outside with nature or family wrestling in the background. And just begin to stretch and maybe rub your hands together or your feet on the floor. Move your neck, whatever feels right to reintegrate into your body, to be really present. Welcome back. Tonight's cards are going to be Beyond Lemuria by Izzy Ivy. They have a very playful inner child look to them. And in these cards, if you would like one drawn, all you have to do is type in yes, please, and I will be happy to draw one for you. I don't draw one just because you're here. I don't want to invade your privacy if you don't want a reading. But I will draw cards until we're completely done with anyone who wants them. That's part of my contract with my spiritual team. So don't worry about being missed or late or forgotten. We'll take care of everyone. And again, while we're integrating, just reminding you guys that next week the show will be as scheduled. And on the 15th, we'll be taking the day off, the week off. And we will return on Tuesday, July 23rd at 7 p.m. as we move our show to Tuesdays to better align with the energy for myself and my team. And I'm looking forward to that. And for my Massachusetts peeps, or New England peeps, because it's not that far, I will be back in our physical location now in Massachusetts in South Deerfield. And I will be teaching an oracle reading certification class live and in person. I will do it sometime in the fall online for those of you who can't be there, but it's going to be very fun in person. So if you want to join me on Saturday, July 20th, I'll be doing that from 2 to 5 p.m. And you can find the information on our Facebook page at Trinity Sacred Temple. Yeah, look forward to it. All right, let's see who is going to get our first message today. Ellen, nice to have you. Nice, we tapped into this today. So this is the Earth Star Chakra card. Gives you an idea of what it looks like and feels like beneath your feet. And the card is all about initiation. And what initiation means is that we're all here on the earth plane for a reason. And so there's times when we are meant to plug in and really be present to shine our light the way we're meant to. And so that type of initiation sometimes can be it can be dramatic, especially if you don't like to be like fully grounded, like most of us creatives, we like to be a little out there. And so when we get dropped in, it can feel like alarming. But really what you're doing is you're plugging into the divine feminine and really bringing her energy through you. And in the fullest light force energy that is out there, the divine feminine is really wanting the feminine light to shine and to love and to nurture and heal humanity. So it feels like you are going to have a little plug in for how you can help heal, because we all have our own way that we're here to heal. Some are creating artwork, some are making music, some are writing books, some are doing healing work, some are helping people make, you know, healthier financial decisions. All of us have a way that we're here to help. Um, so yours is getting activated, and just know that you may feel extra grounded, which sometimes can be uncomfortable. But it's really inviting you to be really present in the current moment. And that's actually where all the magic happens. So look for some magical synchronicities starting to happen, and it's coming. Nice. Enjoy that, sweetie. Hi, Andrew. Great to have you. This is a beautiful card. So this is the Ether card. And the phrasing it says underneath is the seamless unspeakable. So the Ether card comes in to remind you that anything that you can imagine can be created. It's the ether is really like our creative clay. You know, if we see it, we can sculpt it, we can mold it until it becomes what we wish it to be. And if we don't speak it, it won't come, right? It won't come to fruition. So what I'm getting is that, you know, you being here is one, helping you reconnect with yourself, but two, reconnect with your dreams, reconnect with what's next. What's the next creative project? What's the next thing that, you know, your soul's just yearning to express? And that's what we're calling in with the ether. When you activate the ether, all the other elements come together to help make it happen. So you'll have plenty of fire to percolate and move your desire. You'll have plenty of air to breathe the life force energy in. You'll have plenty of earth to really ground it so that it takes root here in this plane at this time. And you'll have plenty of water to keep everything in motion, to keep everything flowing. So think about what it is that your heart's longing for, or that you're yearning to have or experience, and start imagining, because our thoughts begin the creation process. The thoughts move through the ether and they activate the ether, creating little sparks. And when those sparks come in, then that's when the real magic comes. And then we get more detailed on what exactly it looks like to us, and we start to see it and smell it and touch it and feel it, and boom, next thing we know, it's here. So it's time for you to work some magic in the ether, and activate your soul's longing, because it's ready. All right. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for joining us. Nice to have you here. Deanna, hello. Well, we're having a lot of the big chakras, I guess. So Deanna, yours is the soul star chakra. So we got the earth, and now we're getting the soul. And this says, merging with the divine. And you can see how expanded the energy is in the card. And so many times we open our crown chakra to connect, and we feel like that's as deep as it goes. But that's as deep as our 3D body goes. When we expand into our 5D or our 7D body, or beyond, it's that merging, that plugging into the soul chakra. You're plugging into the essence of who you are. And when you plug into the essence of who you are, because you are a divine being, you merge with that. You merge with certainty. You merge with peace. You merge with the unconditional love of all that is. Um, and when we allow ourselves to ground with that energy, ground into that energy and into the earth, both at the same time, we expand our energetic field. We allow the divine masculine in its purest, lightest form and the divine feminine to click into place. And it allows us to have that full balance of light. And we've had a lot of difficulty with the shadow masculine um, on the planet recently. And the divine feminine is trying to come in. And the way to do that is to also bring the divine masculine into its light essence. That the divine masculine that we saw balanced with the divine feminine in Jesus and Buddha, in so many masters along the way. And so this is inviting you to learn how to balance those two together, to be in the feminine, to be in the masculine, and to be in your center and your heart. Because when you merge that energy and bring it in, your healing abilities will expand because you will be a fuller conduit of the divine energy flow. And how you share that with others will expand as well, because your light will be so much brighter and fuller so that other people can experience that beauty that is you. So let's go for it. All right. I love that for you. Step into that big time. Thanks, sweetie. Hi, Jackie. Nice to have you, dear. I like this one. So this is the internal explorer. You can kind of see the child holding the spark and the flower above her head and all the swirling energy and water. So the internal explorer is about looking within for your spark, looking within for what wants to be expressed, and looking within to see what maybe needs a little bit of healing, love, and attention. What is it that you want to experience that you aren't? What is it that you're tired of experiencing as well? And in the internal explorer, we really look at the patterns that show up in our life, the things that happen over and over again, and we can't seem to move away from them. It's because something magnetic inside of us is activating. And when we explore internally, like, what's that magnet and how do I turn it off? Or how do I turn it on? Or where's my magnet? Those are all things that you can do as you do your inner work. And begin with the child. The child has so many magical answers for you. She holds the spark of your truth. And just like children, she's not afraid to tell you what's going on. And if you haven't done much work with her, I invite you to do it through journaling. Often I just do in my journal, what does my inner child have to say to me today? And I just wait until what comes right to mind and I write it down without thinking, without analyzing, just to let it start going. because boy, she'll keep going if you let her, which is good because lots of times there's like a surprise in there that you don't even realize. And she's been holding on to it for a long time. But she is the inner navigator. She is the one who can help you find the places that are ready for healing. And maybe just ask how she wants to express herself today, how she, what is she missing? Have some conversations with her. And she will help guide you on your internal journey. And if you need any help with that, you know where I am. I love doing that kind of work with people. So yeah, get ready to explore. All right, Jackie, nice to talk to you. Have a great rest of your week. Lindsay, there's my girl. How you doing? Oh, this is great. Your card is Evolution. Lots of mermaid energy there too. And a lot of DNA strands getting activated. So my team has been talking a lot about what we're going through right now is our soul's evolution. As we move from one dimension to the next, we're expanding, and our bodies, our minds, our beliefs all are expanding or shifting, or they're meant to, because we're going through that process of evolution. And in the evolutionary process, things are waking up that have been dormant, not from any fault of our own, but more because the Earth's energy wasn't aligned for it to totally awaken yet. And your evolution is, been really guided toward doing self-exploration, and really looking at your internal explorer, like Jackie's card, and finding the places where you weren't feeling growth. And that allows more room for evolution to come through. So continue to do more of that. Continue to look for places where you can stretch just beyond your comfort zone, and places where you can inspire others to do the same thing. And in the evolutionary process, it's not about, how fast. It's how full. How fully do we embrace it? How fully can we experience our soul's transformation? Because that's just a magnificent thing. And, if you think about the ascended masters, each one of them felt their soul evolving, and they kept stretching and growing and leaning into how to do more, how to be more, not physically do more, but how to really make room for humanity to grow. So think about your part in your soul's evolution, because all we can do is our own, right? But through that, we can inspire others. And you're definitely stepping into that. So let's see how that goes. Have a great time with that. Kevin. So nice to see you earlier today. Oh, I like this one. So this is communication and co-creation. And you can see how they're all focused on the one circle. And all of their intention is on that. And so when we're in a group and we have an idea for our community, the more people we share it with who are like-minded, notice how like-minded they seem and they feel, then we can bring beautiful things to fruition. We can instigate change even when we didn't know we needed it. And so the key is to have open, clear, and concise communication. And whenever we hold back our voice, whenever we hold back who we are, whenever we censor our truth, then we put walls up, right? And you've been so amazing at releasing all those walls and really stepping into I'm just me. And so I'm getting that, there's some sort of project or hmm, project is the best word that I can come up with. Um, that in the speaking of it with others and others who are positive, the thing is to speak to people who fan our fire, who aren't naysayers, who can breathe into the possibilities. Those are the people you share with, and you come together to create together. And sometimes that's holding space for other people's creations so that yours has room to birth too. And I just feel a lovely community coming together for you, um, of supportive people who all want to, um, yeah, support each other in their dreams and their goals. I love it. I definitely would love to be part of that. So clue me in when you're ready. Nice to see you, Kevin. Hello, Barbara. Thank you for coming. Mm. So your card, my dear, is balanced forces. And you can see all the blue above and all the fire below. So in the balanced forces, it's very similar to one of the earlier cards about having the balance of the masculine and the feminine, the balance of um, our giving and our receiving. And we all know that if we can't stand on both feet, right, we're not balanced. We're a little tilted. Or if we can't use both sides of the body equally, we can feel that imbalance. And the same is true for our spirit. So if we are being, only logical and not allowing the intuition to flow or the inner wisdom to flow, we get tilted. And so, what's being invited here is finding ways to bring some balance to that for you. Are you, for how much you use your logic brain, are you also using your creative brain? Um, and we can be creative in things like business because we can come up with new ways to showcase things. We can write, inspiring business plans. Um, but we also need that connection to our creativity. And sometimes that's just going somewhere where the energy is creative, going to a museum, going to um, even just, I mean, I like to go and get inspired by going to one of those like home stores, and see how other people are decorating and creating and the patterns that are out there and the colors and the textures. And it starts to activate those juices for me. Even if I'm doing writing, I will do something like that. And going out in nature, and walking through flowers, um, anything that really inspires you. When we are seeking inspiration, we're seeking to bring spirit inside of us. We're inspiring. we're breathing in spirit into our essence. And that starts to bring our life and our energy and everything back into balance. And if you know that there's parts of your life that are out of balance, it's time to find ways to realign it. And Release any restrictive thinking around that. A lot of people say, I can't work less hours because I won't make enough money. Um, the divine has an unlimited checkbook. So don't assume anything. um, you just have to be clear. And also what's jumping out at me is pay attention to your third chakra. It's a tough one for all of us. It's where our self-esteem and our self-worth hang out, along with all of our anger and angst. um, so make sure that you're treating your fire, and allowing it to be there, because it's going to percolate your desires and your needs, but also, um, with all the heat that we have had, or some of us have had, that it's not getting too out of balance. Get a lot of water in there if you need to. Um, and there you go. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope to see you again. Hello, Mary. Oh, nice. Stepping through. I think you can see the Merkaba that's at her chest. And she is just working her way through that, moving through the water, moving through the energy. So, what I'm sensing for you on this one is that sometimes we're just in it. Sometimes we've had stuff going on, or just, there's like a flood of things that are coming in, and it's just walking through it. It's not getting bogged down by it. It's not feeling the heaviness that can come with it. It's like we're in that place of, oh, yeah, just bring it. And I'm seeing you just moving like gracefully through, at least the next week, if not more. Almost like dancing, dancing through, any challenges that come up, not letting them get to you, and having that playful fun. And playful water energy is coming in. So I don't know if you have a pool, or if you go to the ocean or the lake, or but have some playtime in or near some water, because that can also help wash away anything that might want to bring you down, basically. But I'm just seeing you dancing your way through what's coming up, and nothing's really holding you back, but being in that playful energy of the dance of life, right? And that, nothing's serious. And all we have to do is just moving one step forward every day. And when we do that, so much unfolds, because we're in constant motion. I mean, energy is supposed to be constantly in motion. That includes us. And that includes our feelings and our experiences. And we're just meant to keep going, and experience that movement. And maybe do a little dance party, because I keep seeing the dancing. And I'll join you with that. It's a great time to put on some fun summer music and let loose. Uh, so, yeah, have a fun week. That looks like fun. Thanks for joining us. Oh, you're very welcome, Kevin. Glad to have been able to pull a card for you. Ah, yes, welcome to Lemurian energy. That's for sure. They're having fun. So your card, I love this. Trust your innocence. Look at her beautiful heart flower and the star above her head. And what I'm feeling for you around that is, you have this wide-eyed brilliance when you look at life, and when you look at the plants, and your beautiful caretaking of them. And you just have a deep connection to um, the natural elements. And innocence is not a bad thing. Innocence is that wide-eyed curiosity. And it's that trust in the divine and things unfolding the way they're meant to. It's trusting that your heart's truth is true. And it's being in that gentle place, surrounded by people who are in maybe a harsher place, and just lightening up the space, lightening up the area, shifting the density so that other people can breathe easier. And in the innocence, we don't have to know everything. The divine knows everything. Why do we need to? And so we can be in that beautiful explorer energy that just enjoys finding out new things all the time and experiencing beauty every single day in the world around us. And that's a huge gift to humanity because so many people have lost that ability. And sometimes it may feel hard because you have to be in the physical environment doing physical things. But remember to keep the balance of that beauty and that wonder and let it continue to guide you. Because it's helping others around you open some of their abilities around that. So thank you. I'm glad to see you today, and what a great card. She's beautiful. You're welcome, Lindsay. Thank you. Have a wonderful week too, Mary. Of course, Jessica. Oh, I love your sacred geometry there for your picture. Ooh, this one goes nicely with it too. So this is the healing card. Look at all of that swirling. So many people think that, our chakra energy is just this like straight line, and it just really isn't. It really dances and moves all around us. And so the healing card is that, your energy system, which guides your physical, your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual health, it's needing some tender loving care. It's needing some healing. And that is not a bad thing. It's always something that, when we need healing, it's because we're clearing up energy that no longer serves us. And we are making room for our life and our life experience to be bigger and better than it already is. And healing often comes when we feel energetically things may feel a little heavy or stuck, stagnant. And also when we have experiences around us that we don't want to have any longer. And when we heal that part inside of us, then we no longer have that experience externally as well. And healing work comes from going within, looking at places where things aren't fully in alignment. Healing comes from learning how to have more open communication. And healing comes from allowing yourself to find that wounded place. Yeah, I could feel that. Find that wounded place that is really not serving you. There's been a lot of very dense energy on the planet. Partly why a lot of the United States, especially, we've been having a lot of heat and humidity, because that makes the air heavier, right? It's got so much more in it, and it's difficult to breathe because it's so thick energetically. And so in the healing process, it's about, how do I lighten my load? How do I move my energy so I can breathe again? what is suffocating my spirit? What is suffocating my emotional being? And those are things that, um, are things that can guide you on your healing journey. Um, I highly recommend, whenever we're doing healing work, to do it with a support team. You know, whether you have a therapist, whether you have an energy healer, an acupuncturist, chiropractor, um, whatever, best friend. Uh, Really, it's about having that team of support, because we're not here to do it alone. We're here not only to heal ourselves, but when we heal ourselves, we heal a fragment of the planet. You don't even know who you might heal by healing yourself. It's quite amazing. And if you need any guidance or assistance with that, feel free to reach out through Messenger. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you on that. Thank you for joining us, sweetie. Ah, thank you, Stacy. I really love the cards too, and there's always messages from everyone's cards. It speaks to us as, a human, really, because they're meant to bring wisdom to the entire planet, not just to us for our own focus. So thank you. Oh, have a great night, Barbara. Nice to have you here. All right, Bob, Rob, as if I don't know who you are. Um, Last card of the night. So your card is
No better than that.
so your card is the infinite. Look at that. Nothing minor for you tonight. So the infinite card really comes in when we're being invited. This has been a very similar theme. We're being invited to call in all of our life force energy. When we're being invited to really embrace the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And just so in case people don't know, that has nothing to do with what sex you're born. Everybody has all of the same life force energy, and bringing all of that in is key to us really expanding into our potential, expanding into who we're meant to be. And the infinite, because it's infinite, can feel a little overwhelming. Kind of like going into a store and there's too many possibilities, which you never thought there were, but once you got there, you just can't decide, or you freeze from that amount of flow. And so noticing in the infinite energy, where do you feel limitations? Where do you feel like you are not reaching out and expanding more fully into yourself? Where do you feel like there should be more, or there could be more to experience in your life, in your circumstances? How can you bring in more joy and more love and more peace into your life? And in any ways where that doesn't feel possible, that's where you need to expand into a more infinite perception. How awesome is that? So there you go, Rob. And then for those of you who are still with us, I want to invite you to come to the premiere of Wisdom of the Ancients, which is tonight at 8:30. And it's a lovely discussion about perception. And so maybe that's something that we all could use a little bit on our healing journey right now, is to expand our perception of who we are and who we possibly could be. And with that, guys, I'll see you later. Bye for now.